Kenzie Johnston with Cattle News Central, bringing you your January 11th, your Wednesday evening cattle industry headlines. Brought to you by Idaho Livestock. Their American Aberdeen cattle are different by design. Aberdeens are smaller, more efficient cattle, allowing producers to feed less and run 20 to 30% more cattle, something that you cannot do with large frame 1,400 to 1,500 pound cows. This results in more calves to sell, which equates into a more profitable bottom line. It's all about pounds per acre, not pounds per animal. For efficient calving specialist bulls, check out Idaho Livestock from Hayden, Idaho and Mitchell, Nebraska. Go ahead and contact Program Manager Dean Pike at 303-810-7605 or head on over to www.idlivestock.com. According to Western Ag Reporter on Tuesday, 50 cattle, farm, rural, and consumer groups sent a joint letter to U.S. Senate and House members who, during the last session of Congress, co-sponsored the American Beef Labeling Act. And for anyone that does not remember, the American Beef Labeling Act would restore MCOOL for beef. The objective of the act is to ensure that beef produced from U.S.-born and raised cattle is distinguished in the marketplace. The letter expressed gratitude for the congressional members' leadership and support of the act and urged them to reintroduce the measure in the new Congress that started here on the 3rd of this month. Referencing a recent poll conducted by Morning Consult, the letter states that 86% of American voters favor the American Beef Labeling Act, and that it is a common sense policy that has remained popular with the American people ever since it was rescinded by Congress back in 2015. A few of the groups that signed on to the letter include RCAF USA, South Dakota Stock Growers Association, National Farmers Union, and the United States Cattlemen's Association. Drovers has reported cattle feeders are cashing in on some pretty good profits here to start off 2023, but cost of production continue to bite into those profits. Cattle placed on feed last week are projected to have the highest break-even since July of 2015 at $154.72 per hundredweight. According to the Sterling Beef Profit Tracker, cattle feeders made an average profit of $138 per head for the week ending January 7th, so that would have been last week. During that same week, packers saw average losses of $43 per head. A year ago, at this time, packers were cashing in and making right around $316 per head. This update is also sponsored by Circle 5 Cow School. If you want to learn how to preg check your own cows or start AIing, Circle 5 Cow School is definitely the way to go. They're going to be hosting a school down in Russellville, Alabama on January 27th and 28th. If you're in that area, I encourage you to check them out. And if you want to check out their schedule, head on over to www.circle5cowschool.com or go ahead and just give them a follow on Facebook. Finally, CNN Business has reported Japan has culled just under 10 million birds, mostly chickens, as it deals with a massive outbreak of highly pathogenic avian influenza, also known as the bird flu. Such extreme culling is putting further pressure on poultry supplies and the price of eggs. According to Japan's Ag Ministry, 9.98 million birds have been killed so far this season, surpassing the previous record of 9.87 million that were slaughtered back in 2020 when the country was also dealing with a massive bird flu crisis. In the past year, we've all watched egg prices gradually increase as the bird flu has spread throughout the United States and all throughout the world. The national average price for a dozen eggs hit $3.59 in November. That's up from $1.72 just a year ago. And I know a lot of you folks out there at your local grocery store, you're paying a lot more than $3.59 a dozen. But keep in mind, with all that being said, the bird flu is not the only reason that egg prices are as high as they are. We have to remember that production costs for poultry producers is sky high. Just like the rest of us in agriculture, we're dealing with incredibly high input costs. Poultry producers, they're seeing the same situation, and as a result, egg prices continue to just flat out soar. That is all I have for you guys. I hope everyone's week is rolling right along. You guys have yourself a wonderful Thursday, and I'll catch you later.